Alright, just gonna give it a quick second here, see if anybody else gets in. Alright, well, we're gonna get started pretty quickly here. I have a short window that I can live stream, but I can live stream for a little while here, so we're gonna hop right into it. We are anticipating an extreme tornado outbreak and severe weather outbreak to occur today. It has already been underway as a major situation. We already have PDS tornado watches that have been in effect. PDS stands for particularly dangerous situation. We went from seeing a pretty widespread moderate risk yesterday that we saw potential of it getting upgraded to a high risk, but now not only has it upgraded to a high risk, but we have a 45% chance of seeing a significant tornado within 25 miles of a given location. And as you can see by the tab up here, the Storm Prediction Center is expecting a significant tornado outbreak with numerous strong and a few long track, potentially violent tornadoes. So it is going to be a very, very major situation. We're going to break down the outlooks and all that junk first, and then we'll hop into the actual radar simulation here. But first of all, let's take a look at our mesoscale discussion, or our outlooks here, because they are crazy. So here is our current day one convective outlook here, and look at that. We have a widespread high risk of severe weather throughout northeastern Louisiana, southeastern Arkansas, central Mississippi, and west central Alabama here. We have a high risk of severe weather. This is the highest risk that the Storm Prediction Center will issue, and it indicates basically that numerous severe storms are expected. It's the highest risk they will possibly issue. We actually have multiple populated areas that are going to be in this high-risk area, including Birmingham, Jackson, Tuscaloosa, Hoover, and Meriden. All of you guys are under a high risk of severe weather today. Now, our tornado threat is actually going to be the biggest hazard that we have today. Take a look at this. Since they issued the high risk at 2 a.m. last night in Eastern Standard Time here, they have upgraded it to a 45% chance of seeing a significant, long-track, potentially violent tornado within 25 miles of a given location in eastern Mississippi and western Alabama. Looking at it, because the threat is supposed to start firing up this afternoon, but numerous swaths of continued severe tornado potential will occur throughout the nighttime. I thought this would be a good time to start live streaming, although the biggest action will likely come in the evening when I won't be able to live stream, and overnight as well. So severe weather is going to be a major concern. You guys are definitely going to want to have to receive multiple ways to receive warnings, especially throughout the nighttime as well, when it is much harder to see tornadoes and many are even sleeping. This is a very dangerous situation we have playing out. In fact, in order for them to issue a high risk, they just need that 30% chance right there, but we have a 45% chance. I've never seen anything higher than this. The only time I've seen it a little bit more widespread was throughout Oklahoma and Texas on May 20th of 2019. And that one I wasn't forecasting, but this is the strongest risk I've ever forecasted in my life. It is an extreme high risk that we have going on today. As far as damaging wind goes, they've also upgraded a 30% risk of damaging winds to a 45% chance of seeing damaging winds greater than 75 miles per hour within 25 miles of a given location. So very significant wind is expected. And also there's also that enhanced risk of severe hail, a lot of which could be significant here throughout the Gulf states into Dixie Alley. So believe it or not, our tornado risk is there's a higher chance of seeing a significant tornado within 25 miles of a given location than there is of seeing hail or significant hail. So that is insane. Even some areas are stronger than the actual wind outlook as well. So tornadoes are an extremely major concern today. Again, they're saying violent tornadoes are possible today. This is going to be a significant and potentially extreme tornado outbreak here that we have today. And it's going to continue into tomorrow. I'll get to that really quick as soon as I can get there. But as you can see, we have a moderate risk, a widespread moderate risk that is going to continue into tomorrow as well. You can see throughout Georgia, the Carolinas, all the way up to the northern North Carolina and Virginia border, who have the widespread moderate risk. So severe storms are still likely throughout tomorrow. As you can see, we still have a widespread 15% chance of seeing a significant tornado touchdown within 25 miles of a given location. Still a very significant risk. Wind, we have not only a 45% chance of seeing winds greater than 58 miles per hour within 25 miles of a given location, But we have that hatched area where significant winds over 75 miles per hour is possible, and a widespread enhanced risk of seeing some severe hail as well throughout that region. So we're going to see a pretty substantial threat continue into tomorrow. Still some long track, strong tornadoes are still possible throughout the day tomorrow. Now let's take a look at our current watches in effect here, because like we said, we actually have particularly dangerous situation tornado watches in effect right now. So very extreme. And as you can see here, let's actually take a look at our all of our PDS watches that we currently have in effect. This is the first one that we have, and this is in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time throughout portions of Mississippi and Alabama here. As you can see, this is a particularly dangerous situation. So not only do we have a normal tornado watch in effect here, but if you are in any of these counties, and we're going to go over the next region in just a second, if you are in any of these counties, you may have just heard that there's a tornado watch that has been issued. But you probably haven't heard, because I don't think the radios say it, that this is a PDS tornado watch. So PDS stands for particularly dangerous situation, indicates that widespread strong, long track, and violent tornadoes are expected today with a tornado outbreak imminent. So this is a PDS tornado watch. We are expecting numerous tornadoes expected, with a few intense tornadoes likely. Scattered damaging winds and isolated significant gusts up to 80 miles per hour, and scattered large hail, isolated very large hail to 3 inches in diameter possible. So very extreme situation we have. That's PDS Tornado Watch number 29 that has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center here. Probably our first PDS all year. Let's take a look at our other PDS Tornado Watch that we have in effect here. We have some widespread surrounding PDS watches in effect as well. This one is throughout Louisiana, another area in Mississippi, and southeastern and east central Arkansas as well, all the way up to the Tennessee border. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Along with several tornadoes, a few intense ones are likely. Still, widespread damaging winds with scattered gusts up to 85 miles per hour, in some hail exceeding around 2.5 inches in diameter. Again, this is a PDS tornado watch if you are in any of these counties as well. So very serious situation we have playing out. This is an extreme tornado outbreak that is expected today. Also, the tornado risk that they do have in effect here is the second highest tornado risk they will ever issue. The highest they'll issue is a 16% chance of seeing a significant tornado within 25 miles of any one point. The outlook that we have posted today is only one category lower than that, so this is a very serious situation that we have in effect here. Once we take a look at our WPC, because again, flooding can be a threat as well. We're only going to get into this a little bit because severe weather is going to be our biggest concern. We do have that widespread slight risk of severe weather. But now what we're going to do is hop into our simulated radar, because we have lots of really bad storms that are going to be firing up here. And again, I do only have a pretty limited window that I can actually live stream. And if you are watching the stream right now, it'd be really great if you guys could drop a like on the video. By doing this, is allowing the video to get out to other people as well, so that other people can see the situation going on. But like I said, there's going to be multiple rounds of the significant tornado threat that's going to be moving along here. We're going to see some of it that's going to be firing up throughout the afternoon, which at this point is right now, it's almost 2 p.m. Central Standard Time right now. And then we're going to see multiple rounds continuing well into the overnight hours, and as you saw, continuing throughout tomorrow as well on the East Coast. So this is going to be a widespread swath of severe weather. Like I said, I probably won't be able to live stream the actual bulk of it here. But let's just get right into it. Let's take a look at our current tornado warnings that we have in effect here. We're not going to focus too much on this one in Choctaw, Alabama, because this expires in 1 minute. But we will focus on these other ones down here. And as you can see, this is another one for Choctaw, Alabama. As you can see, a tornado warning remains in effect until 2:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northern Choctaw County. At 1:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles north of Toxie, or 9 miles southwest of Butler, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Our hazards are going to be a tornado and quarter-sized hail. This is radar-indicated rotation that has indicated a tornado in northern Choctaw County right now. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. So take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows, and if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Now, let's see, Actually, it looks like they have just updated the... Is this a different tornado warning here? Actually, looks like they just rotated this, so this is actually not a different one. They just got rid of our one tornado warning that we had in effect here. So, let's see. This one's still for Northern Choctaw County. This one includes Butler and Lisbon, and let's see. This is in Alabama here. Let's take a look. This, again, would include, let's see. I have lots of areas of really good rotation right now. Let's see. This would include Butler and Lisbon. Okay, so let's see. Gotta get the warning here. Lyndon, Butler. Looks like this might be our storm right now. Yep, right here it looks like. So this is one of our tornado warnings that we were just taking a look at here. And we are going to switch our attention over to that radar site so we can get a better look on this storm right now. And there's not really many good radar sites next to it, unfortunately. They're all pretty far away. But it looks like this would be our tornado warning that we currently have in effect here, because this is including Butler. Let's see. Butler and Lisbon. So we do have that tornado warning currently in effect here. I cannot really, like I said, I don't have a really good radar site. I'll try to find the closest one to it that'll give us the best visual on the storm, but unfortunately, there's not really anything good around it, so we can't really forecast it too well, because as you can see, you can see some area of rotation right here, where that red is right next to that green. The green is moving, is indicating rain moving away from the radar, and green away from the radar and red toward the radar. So it's basically a measurement of how fast in miles per hour those raindrops are getting kicked around in the air here. And like we said, when you start to see these purples here as well, is when the radar can't determine whether or not it's moving towards or away from the radar. And that doesn't help us in this situation because we can't really see the rotation too well. So, but as we take a look at our actual reflectivity mode, let's see. And you can kind of tell that we might have something. Again, numerous supercells are expected here. We're going to see how this lines up with our PDS warning in with our PDS watch in just a second here. Let's take a look at our other warnings that we currently have in effect, because we don't have a really good visual on that one. This one is for, let's see. Tornado warning remains in effect until 2:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northwestern Wayne County. At 1:47 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles southwest of Mill Creek, or 15 miles west of Waynesboro, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Our hazards are again going to be a tornado and quarter-sized hail. Our radar-indicated rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. So this is mainly going to remain over rural areas here. Let's see again. This is in northwestern Wayne County. Yep, northwestern Wayne County here. Let's see. This is again for National Weather Service in Mobile, Alabama here. So let's see. This is in Mississippi. So it looks like that. Let's see. Appears that this would be the storm down here, because this one includes Laurel, and this one includes no locations, but it's still in Mississippi here. So looks like this would be our tornado warning right here. So let's take a look at velocity mode. We'll hopefully be able to get a better visual on the storm, and it looks like we are at this time here. So let's take a look at it. As you can see, we do have some rotation where these reds are meeting right next to these greens here, indicating that we have some rotation. Now, the rotation isn't incredibly strong. This is currently west of Waynesboro right now in southern Mississippi. But we do have some rotation moving in on this storm here. We do currently, though, have some tornadoes on the ground, so we're going to focus our attention to those as well. Yeah, this is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. So this is another tornado warning in northeastern Jones County here in Mississippi. So that would include, it looks like, Laurel here. Let's take a look at our other tornado warnings where we have potential tornado on the ground, unless those may have been lifted here. We have another tornado warning from the National Weather Service in Birmingham. This would remain, this one would be in effect until 2:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for East Central Greene County in West Central Alabama and Northern Hale County in West Central Alabama here. So we do have a tornado warning in effect here. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. We'll see if we have any confirmed tornadoes that are on the ground. This is still radar indicated. Let's see. We previously had some. Okay, we do have a tornado on the ground right now. So tornado warning remains in effect until 2:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Central Chilton County here in Alabama. At 2:03 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located over Higgins Ferry Park, or 11 miles east of Clanton, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard: damaging tornado. Weather spotters confirm tornado. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. So locations impacted include Higgins Ferry, Lake Park, and Mitchell Lake. So to repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. We currently have a tornado on the ground. So let's see, this would be throughout, let's see, these are the counties that we just looked at. It's throughout Alabama, this tornado on the ground. Let's see. This is a radar confirmed tornado. It's hard to keep up with all the tornado warnings that are coming in, guys. It's crazy. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tornado warnings currently in effect right now. This is crazy. If only we could get a better look at this. Again, this is a tornado warning due to a confirmed tornado on the ground by trained spotters here. So let's see if we can actually take a look at it. It's really hard to find. This is a get-up tornado producing storm, so we'll take a look at that in just a second. But, let's see. This is it right here? Okay, it looks like this is our one. So, this was remained in effect for Central Chilton County, Higgins Ferry Lake Park and Higgins Ferry Park and Mitchell Lake here in Alabama. So let's take a look at that and see if we can actually find it without all these crazy storms that are going on right now. Let's see. This is for Chifton County. This is including Mitchell Lake and Higgins Lake Park. Okay, and something kind of concerns me here because as you can see, they have that little boxed area. I'm hoping that this isn't updated to something worse. I'll have to take a look at it in just a second. The rotation looks like it's definitely there. It's kind of, again, hard to see. It doesn't look like there's really any locations in there. Let's take a look at our other ones. We definitely have some strong rotation there. It's hard to find that storm. We're gonna go to a different one here. Let's see. We had that other radar-confirmed tornado here. Okay, so this is the National Weather Service in Birmingham has issued a tornado warning for, this would be for East Central Chilton County in Central Alabama and Northwestern Costa County in East Central Alabama until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 2:02 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a tornado-producing storm was located near Mitchell Lake, or 7 miles east of Clanton, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. This is a damaging tornado. It's a radar-confirmed tornado, so flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. So this includes Weogufka, I apologize if I'm pronouncing those wrong, Lyle, Mitchell Lake, Dollar, Unity, Mariah, Higgins Ferry Park, Strickland, Crosswoods, and Bennyville. So let's take a look at that. We have a lot of locations that are currently in this radar-confirmed tornado here, but it's so hard to see to keep up with it here. Let's see. This would be our other confirmed tornado. It's not loading. This one is including. Okay, so this is Weogufka. Let's see. Weogufka, Lyle. I don't see those locations in this one, so it looks like it's another tornado warning. Wow, there are just tornado warned storms everywhere. It's unbelievable. That one certainly wouldn't be it. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to locate these here. I hope this one is right. This would include Linden, Myrtlewood. Let's see. This expires in... It looks like that this one here So it would include Demopolis. Let's see. Demopolis and Greensboro would be where this storm is. So let's see. This is Mariah, Higgins Ferry. I don't see any of these locations on here. So I wonder if, let's see. It's Mariah, Higgins Ferry Park, Strickland Crossroads, and Bennyville. I don't see any of those locations on here. It's hard to tell which tornado warning this is. All we know is this one of them that expires in 49 minutes here. So this expires in 49 minutes, and this one expires in 49 minutes. These are the only ones in Alabama that do. So it looks like that one of these right here would be our ones to go. So, let's switch to any other radar sites. Let's take a look at our other tornado warnings here. Currently, we have 5 tornado warnings in effect. One of them expires in 3 minutes, the other in 4 minutes. Let's take a look at this one here from Marengo County. This is, again, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, so we don't currently have a tornado on the ground here. This is, again, in Birmingham, so this includes Demopolis, Linden. Okay, we might actually finally be able to see the locations here. So, let's see. This includes Demopolis. It expires in 48 minutes here. So, yep, this would be the one. All right, so we currently have a tornado warning in effect here. We are going to get to the closest radar site so we can get a good visual on it. And we'll go from there. Let's see. Yeah, man, all the radar sites are so significantly far away from the other ones, so we can't really even see exactly where that rotation is even. But you can kind of see we have some pretty strong winds over Demopolis right now. This is all moving northeast. These winds would be around 70 miles per hour, but the velocity is so far out from the radar site, you couldn't really even get an idea on that. So it's really hard to tell how strong the actual winds are there, but we do have some pretty strong winds going on right there. We're going to see if we can switch to another radar site and just kind of look at these tornado warnings. And hopefully that should help us out a little bit because all the radar sites are so significantly far away from the actual warnings that it's really hard to see all the actual rotation going on. Now you can kind of see it here throughout our severe thunderstorm warned region right here. That's about to go tornado warned. So let's see, this severe thunderstorm warning, let's see here. So this severe thunderstorm warning expires in 32 minutes, and you can see right there that area of rotation. We can see that we have this green right here, and we have this pink actually right here. So we have some pretty strong rotation going on. This is all moving northeast and is currently entering the severe thunderstorm, the tornado warned region right now. It is currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. So we do have some pretty good rotation going on there. So even if you are in the severe thunderstorm warning, this is entering a tornado warned region. So be on the lookout. You could be looking at some potential tornado activity going on here because we do have some pretty good rotation. We'll see how this matches up with reflectivity mode really quick here. And you can see it looks pretty good. So reflectivity mode is showing a pretty well-defined echo right here, maybe even throughout this entire region here, where we have some areas potentially of rotation. Once we take this back to our velocity mode, you can see that it's there in both spots. So we do at this time have some pretty good rotation going on. This is, again, entering a tornado warning that is going to move through Sweetwater right here. So let's take a look at some of our other warnings that we currently have and see if, again, there's any PDS warnings or any tornadoes on the ground here. That's something that we're definitely going to want to be looking at. This one is in effect for a full hour. Looks like we have this one more that expires in 15 minutes. That's in Oklahoma. This expires in 45 minutes. Okay, so we do have a pretty good, this has been issued by the National Weather Service in Birmingham for East Central Chilton County in Central Alabama and Northwestern Coosa County in Central Alabama until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It looks like we already went over this one. but we weren't able to see the actual location. So this was near Mitchell Lake or near Clanton, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. All right, so let's see if we can actually get a good look on this one. This is in effect for central and east central Alabama. Okay, so let's see if we can actually get a good look at this here. This is again throughout central and east central Alabama. So these would be our warnings right here. They have to be in these ones. So let's see when these expire, just to make sure, because we don't want to look at the wrong one. But yeah, this expires in 44 minutes, and this one here actually expired. So yeah, this would be our one right here. All right, so we have a tornado-producing storm with a radar-confirmed tornado on the ground up here. We're going to switch to the nearest radar site so that we can get a better look on the storm. And finally, we actually have a radar site close to it. And as you can see here, once we take a look at our rotation, we do have some pretty good rotation going on. The difference between the fine cyclonic and anticyclonic rotation is to be from the radar's perspective. So imagine you're at the radar site right now and you're looking towards the direction of the storm. So on your right, you're seeing this red right here. On your left, you're seeing this green. We just saw that part of the tornado warning that just expired on the bottom side of it. So when you see the red on the right and the green on the left from the radar's perspective, that means that we have cyclonic rotation going on. This is much more common than anticyclonic rotation that rarely produces tornadoes. That would be if you see green on the right and red on the left from the radar's perspective. So from our perspective, the red's on the left, but from the radar's perspective, it's actually on the right here. So we do have some cyclonic rotation going on. This is a radar-confirmed tornado right now in portions of, let's see, this would be on portions of Marengo County here. Actually, this would be throughout, so they just expired that one. So this one expires in 43 minutes here. This is tornado-producing storm. This is a different one. Let's see. All right, so this is our one. This is in effect until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time here. This is located near Mitchell. Is this our correct one? Let's see. Sumter. This is for, let's see. Remains in effect until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And this one here is just in effect for that one county. So this has to be our right one right here, it looks like. But let's see. Let's just get a better visual on all the storms together, because if we don't get the right one here, that's not good. So we want to make sure that we're looking at all of them in general. And as you can see here, we do have a pretty good storm. This is including Mountainville, Alabama here. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see throughout Mountainville, Alabama, we do have some pretty good rotation going on right now. So on the left side, we have some winds that are over 60 miles an hour here. Also, this is indicating that we do have some pretty good rotation going on. Just near it, though, we have that area of red. This would be the area of our, this is all cyclonic rotation that we have right here. As you can see, they actually jumped it up in the next radar frame, and in this area of rotation, this kind of scares me right here, because these are 90 mile an hour winds that we have in this area of rotation throughout this tornado warning. So that scares me a little bit. Hopefully that does not mean that we're going to see a strong tornado develop off of this here. So as we take a look at this one here, let's see, this remains in effect for East Central Greene and Northern Hale counties here. This is capable of producing a tornado. So let's see. Take cover now. This includes Mountainville, Elatos Creek, Mount State Park, Mountainville Airport, and Havana here. So this would be our correct storm. And as you can see, the rotation is looking pretty strong. We're going to see if we can find a radar site even closer to it. I do not like the way that one looks right there. I think right now, this one has some pretty promising rotation. I think really all of the tornado warning storms in the area actually do right now. But I really want to keep an eye on that one. I don't like the fact that there is 80 mile an hour winds visible in there, because that could indicate that we're seeing something fire up. Again, this is entering the region where significant long-track tornadoes are going to be possible. Let's take a look at correlation coefficient after we circle this area of rotation right here. And I'm going to match it up with reflectivity mode really quick here. As you can see, it is looking pretty rough. You can see this area of wrapped around rotation. This also would be a rain wrap tornado if we do see anything here, because as you can see, there's widespread heavy rainfall going on throughout the area where this tornado would be. And you can see here also, just very, very easily actually, this hook echo right here. So matching up with that rotation that we had visible on velocity radar, I do not like the way that that one looks there. This would likely, if anything, as at this time, be probably an EF0 or 1, if anything is touched down at this point here, which not necessarily it has yet, but we're going to keep an eye on it. Let's take a look at correlation coefficient. And, okay, so here's something I want to bring to your guys' attention. As you can see, we have an area of an uncorrelated environment here. Once we're talking about correlation coefficient is a measurement of how correlated the objects are in the atmosphere. So when you see these reds, and especially these purples, and of course these whites as well, so at any higher values, we're seeing a fairly correlated environment. So the more correlated the environment is, that means the more objects are the similar size in the air. So if there's rain coming down, even if it's heavy rainfall, all the raindrops are going to be roughly the same size. So you'll see widespread purples, reds, because it's a fairly correlated environment. But when you start to see lower values here, this could be conducive of maybe some hail coming down, or other factors as well. The larger it gets, you can maybe be looking at worse. But when it comes to tornadoes, if you see a well-defined ball of an uncorrelated environment and an otherwise correlated environment along, and it matches up with that area of strong rotation, that is a good indicator that you have a tornado on the ground. And as you can see, we do have that here southwest of Mountainville right now in this tornado warned area where we have an uncorrelated environment and an otherwise correlated environment. If this matches up with our rotation, which I'm assuming it's going to, we could have a tornado lofting debris into the air here. And it does look like that's probably the case. Right now, again, we still have some very strong winds matching up with that area of rotation right here. We're going to go back to it and see if this is a radar-confirmed tornado. I would not be surprised at all. And again, taking a look at reflectivity radar, that is a really well-defined hook echo. You can kind of see the cell in here, and then all of a sudden, it almost looks like a soup ladle. If you look at it from that perspective, right in here is where we have that really strong mesocyclone, and in this dot is where our tornado would be. And remember, this is all moving northeast, so Mountainville, you are going to get hit by this if anything happens here, it looks like, if we do have a tornado on the ground. So, it does look pretty likely that we have something going on here, and I definitely want to keep an eye on it. This expires in 22 minutes, so let's get to that warning and see if it has been updated. And it still is not, so it remains in effect just, again, for radar-indicated rotation. So, like I said, I obviously can't confirm it myself, but it does look like that it's pretty likely that we have something going on under those coils of that mesocyclone there. So, I do think that it's pretty likely that we have a tornado on the ground, but we're going to have to wait and continue to see what happens. And we'll keep tracking it too. I'm again going to move back to velocity mode really quick here and see what that's looking like. Well, I actually have this tool. If you use radar scope on your computer, you can measure the exact values. So if I go to it really quick, you can see we have some values again that are going to be just around 90 miles an hour here. This is near Mountainville right now, heading towards Mountainville. So we'll circle that area of rotation. I'll circle the area of the strongest rotation as well. So this would be about where I'm most concerned, with the strongest rotation being about in there. Let's see how that matches up with correlation coefficient. Again, keep an eye on this. I think we could potentially have a tornado on the ground. And again, correlation coefficient, it looks like it's not always matched up exactly with the actual other frames here. We do have a really well-defined ball of an uncorrelated environment, so hopefully that is not where our tornado is right now. We'll see. We'll wait for it to switch frames here. But we'll keep an eye on it for sure. I think it is possible that we potentially have a tornado on the ground. As you can see, though, that does match up very well with that hook echo that we have there. So I think that it is very possible that there could be a tornado on the ground heading towards Mountainville right now. We will continue to track it, continue to keep an eye on it. Let's see what other storms are around as well here. But again, we do have this tornado on the ground. For anybody that is joining the stream, again, it would be really awesome if you guys could drop a like on the video. By doing that, it's allowing other people to see it as well, so we can hopefully get the message out to other people as well. So that would be great if you guys could do that here. Let's get a visual on some of these other storms, because I do think that we could be seeing some pretty good rotation in the area here. Again, significant tornadoes are going to be a pretty big factor. And here's one of our tornado warnings here. Let's see if we can take a look at the locations really quick. Let's see. This would be throughout, so still be throughout western Alabama here. So this is in Sweetwater, Alabama. And as you can see, we do have some pretty good rotation. You can see where that green area is right there, and where this red area is. And we actually have some wind values that are going to be over 60 miles an hour. So let's see how strong that is exactly. And as you can see, it's over 60 miles per hour, getting between 65 and 70 miles per hour. Heading towards Sweetwater, might just miss just south of Sweetwater here. So we do have a tornado that is likely developing in this region right here. So let's take a look at our actual warning here. I'll click on this. It expires in 49 minutes. So it looks like this would be our guy right here. So let's click on that and let's see if they confirmed anything on the ground or if they just have a warning underway. And it looks like just right now, tornado and quarter-sized hail. This is radar indicated rotation. So take the normal tornado precautions that are necessary if you do live in Linden, Thomaston, Sweetwater, Dayton, Putnam, Freddie Jones Field, Consul, Magnolia, Wayne, Miller, Dixon Mill, Octagon, Clay Hill, Nicholsville, and Calvary, currently in Alabama here. That's another really big problem too, because we have a lot of populated areas, very populated areas, that are currently under this really, really hazardous threat of severe weather today. Again, this is a high risk. It's extremely, extremely rare. Now there is something I really, really want to take a look at. This tornado warning is heading straight towards Birmingham, and it's got some pretty good rotation. We are going to move to that right now. Again, this is including Birmingham. We actually have a tornado warning in effect here just northwest of Birmingham for West Jefferson, Dora, Summerton, Cardiff, Graysville, Adamsville, and Gardendale. You are all under a tornado warning right now. This is right near Birmingham. So Metro Birmingham, you are under a tornado warning, and the rotation does look pretty strong. So let's break that down, because we do have some pretty good rotation in effect here. And a tornado is on the ground. Okay, so we're going to get to this very, very quick here. Let's see, this is including Dora. This would be the right one right here. All right, so tornado warning remains in effect until 3:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southeastern Walker and northwestern Jefferson counties right near Birmingham, Alabama. At 2:26 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located near West Jefferson, or 8 miles south of Dora, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado and quarter-sized hail. This is a law enforcement confirmed tornado just outside of Birmingham, moving northeast here. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This is including Gardendale, Summerton, Dora, Adamsville, Graysville, Brookside, Maytown, West Jefferson, Cardiff, Burnwell, Quinton, Forestdale, Sayre, Birmingport, Miller Steam Plant, and Patridge Crossroads, right outside of Birmingham. All of you guys are under a tornado warning here. We have a radar emergency management reported tornado on the ground here. So again, tornado on the ground. This is cyclonic rotation here because it's the red is on the right from the radar's perspective here. Let's circle that area of rotation, and let's also kind of break down how strong those winds are in the actual storm. As you can see, these winds are getting close to 60 miles per hour. Not quite there, but they are getting very close. Again, there is a tornado on the ground. So let's circle that area really quick throughout this velocity rotation. Actually, we'll just switch it back to reflectivity mode really quick and give it a second to change frames. And there's, again, a pretty good mesocyclone. All right, so now let's circle that area of rotation, which again looks very strong, or pretty strong. getting close to around 60 miles per hour as far as the velocity rotation goes. And now let's do one of the most important things, for the people that were just coming in, we're going to take a look at correlation coefficient. That's going to see how correlated it all is in the atmosphere here, indicating whether or not we have a tornado on the ground. It's kind of hard to see with super res correlation coefficient. Maybe some areas on the northern side here, especially in this area, might have some uncorrelated areas here, but that's not really telling us much. So let's see if we can just go to the normal correlation coefficient here and just see what it looks like. And if anything, we have a very uncorrelated environment and a fairly otherwise correlated environment here throughout West Jefferson. And this is where they said the tornado was on the ground, near West Jefferson, or even in West Jefferson here. So we have a tornado on the ground right now by emergency management. Let's take a look right now at the velocity here and see what that looks like. And it looks like this could be it. So again, it's kind of hard to tell, because you would think that the actual tornado on the ground would be in this area of rotation right here. But if our correlation coefficient was correct here, it actually looks like it'd be closer to this. Whether or not it's in West Jefferson, it's heading through West Jefferson. You guys currently have a tornado on the ground, so take shelter. This is a populated area. We have a very dangerous situation playing out right near Birmingham, Alabama. So please take the precautions that are advised here. Again, let's take a look at our rotation again here so we can get a better look on it. This would be about our area of rotation right here. Let's get back to correlation coefficient and see what that looks like. We'll go to super res. And you can see, as far as our circled area for the actual rotation, it looks fairly correlated. Maybe some areas that are sort of uncorrelated. But for the most part, it's pretty correlated. So once we're taking a look at these purples and these reds here, that's when you know the coast at this time at least is clear, and everything in the environment is fairly correlated. There's at least likely not too bad of a tornado on the ground, if there is anything. But when we see these blues and these greens and even these yellows sometimes, when the environment gets less correlated and it's just a pure ball in an otherwise uncorrelated correlated environment, and it matches up with that area of rotation, it is likely that there is a tornado on the ground. Now, no matter what, there is something on the ground, because radar has emergency management has called in a tornado on the ground here. And as you can see, taking a look at our mesocyclone, it is still very defined. A fat mesocyclone there over West Jefferson, again moving towards West Jefferson here. We're going to take a look and see if anything PDS related has been issued here. This is another confirmed tornado. This is right near Tuscaloosa. So we have another confirmed tornado. And because this is near Tuscaloosa and it is also a populated area, we will go to that as well. But just before that, we're going to see again if there is any radar confirmed or tornadoes just on the ground right now. Let's see. This is for Tuscaloosa County here. This would be the same one. So radar confirmed tornado. And we have this one also for damaging tornado. So we're going to get to that in just a second here, because it looks like right around Tuscaloosa, we have some strong rotation. And it actually looks like we have some tornadoes on the ground, both from emergency management reported, but also radar confirmed. So let's get right near Tuscaloosa right now, where we have those tornado warnings in effect here. Because it looks like we do have some confirmed tornadoes on the ground. So this expires in 11 minutes. Let's see. This is for hail. Confirmed tornado. So this would be a confirmed tornado right here. This expires in 26 minutes. This would include, let's see. This would be inclusive of even Tuscaloosa in general. So let's see if Tuscaloosa is under this warning here. We definitely want to see that as soon as possible. Let's see. There's not much showing that it would include Tuscaloosa. Okay, this includes Tuscaloosa. This is, again, a damaging tornado. So as far as the tornado on the ground goes in Moundville right now, because we have that one in effect throughout Moundville, we have a radar confirmed tornado here throughout Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa, you are under this tornado warning for a radar confirmed tornado on the ground here. So let's circle that mesocyclone. Actually, let's circle our area of rotation on velocity first here. Again, this is a populated area, but the difference is this is including downtown Tuscaloosa as well here. So we have a very dangerous situation playing out. And let's also see if this is cyclonic or anticyclonic. But first, we should always see if there's a closer and better radar site. And it doesn't look like there is. That comes as a shock to nobody. But let's see. This looks like it would be a cyclonic. Yep, this is a cyclonic tornado right here that we have on the ground. At this time, this is really north of Mountainville, heading northeast. As you can see, the radar site has posted a TVS, or tornado vortex signature, which means couplet rotation has exceeded a certain value here. And we do have definitely some strong rotation. Again, this is a radar-confirmed tornado. Once we outline the strongest areas of rotation, which would about be right here, again, some winds maybe even over 90 miles an hour. Let's see how that matches up with correlation coefficient, because we do have a radar-confirmed tornado on the ground, and if it's radar-confirmed, this probably plays a pretty big factor in it here. As you can see, we do have some areas here where it is a fairly uncorrelated environment, in an otherwise correlated environment. Now, these I'm not too sure about because it's just kind of a straight line here. So I'm not really too worried about that, but we will circle it just in case, because just in case, these could be our areas of rotation right here. And I actually think this area is probably where the tornado is. But we'll circle these areas as well just in case, because we definitely want to get a visual on it. These would be the strongest areas in that rotation right there. So let's take a look at our velocity mode. And just see what that looks like, because there is rotation everywhere, and I think that would be correct. So I think this area down here, that would really be the only logical answer, it looks like. Looks like about right here, north of Mountainville right now, is probably where we have that tornado on the ground. So yeah, I think that's what's going on here. Again, this is a radar-confirmed tornado. Looks like we have even more tornado warnings coming in. Let's take a look at reflectivity mode, and that matches up perfectly with that hook echo that we have right now. So I think no matter where the tornado is, it has to be somewhere in here, north of Mountainville, heading out of that previous tornado warning that we had that is still in effect, but it is going to leave the area very soon. So let's see, this is including Tuscaloosa, maybe this one right here. So this is a public confirmed tornado. Okay, so now we have a public confirmed tornado. Very dangerous situation that we have now. Tornado warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time for South Central Tuscaloosa County. At 2:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located over Mountainville, or 12 miles south of Tuscaloosa, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado and ping-pong ball-sized hail. This is a public confirmed tornado. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. This includes Tuscaloosa, Mountainville, Coaling, University Mall, McFarland Mall, Shelton State Community College, Tuscaloosa Amphitheater, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Englewood, Little Sandy, Maxwell, University of Alabama Quad, Taylorville, Hull, Mountain State Park, Duncanville, and Stillman College. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. We have a public confirmed damaging tornado and ping pong ball sized hail, including Tuscaloosa. So this is a dangerous situation. Let's circle that possible tornado area on the ground right here. Let's match it up with our velocity mode. Which looks incredibly strong, guys. So let's keep an eye on that. It does look like very, very strong rotation that we have here. Again, there is a risk of significant tornadoes, so I do think that we have something going on for sure here. This is a public confirmed tornado, so it's not just the radar picking it up and saying, yeah, there's probably something there. This is the public saying there is something there. There is something on the ground. So no matter what, there is something happening. So let's take a look at our correlation coefficient. And it does look like we have a pretty good area there where we would say, okay, that kind of looks suspicious. It looks like there might be something on the ground. Let's take a look at our super res correlation coefficient. And yeah, it looks like both of them are saying pretty well that right here, just about, hold on, let's circle that a little bit better. About right here would be where our confirmed tornado on the ground is right now. Again, throughout this entire box region, including Tuscaloosa, you guys are all under this tornado warning. So let's match this up with our rotation really quick here, our velocity rotation. Oh my god. Yeah, the rotation is incredibly strong. At this point, this is a very, very serious looking tornado on the ground right now. Yeah, this is something. We're going to take a look at this in just a second here. Matches up perfectly with reflectivity radar. Let's take a look at correlation coefficient again. Let's get a better look at super res correlation coefficient. Matches up perfectly. All right, this is not a good situation that we have in effect here. It actually looks like we have some winds. Let's actually just see just how strong those winds are right there. And it looks like they downgraded it a little bit. All right, so they just downgraded it a little bit still. Winds are going to be, let's see, around almost 100 miles an hour. So almost 100-mile-an-hour winds. They were just, let's see, we had some purples visible. So they were over 115 miles per hour just a second ago here. So we have a serious tornado on the ground right now. This is no joke. We have a tornado on the ground. Tuscaloosa, downtown Tuscaloosa, you are in this warning. So this is a serious situation that we have right now for the southern side and eastern sides of Tuscaloosa here. There is a tornado that is moving towards you guys. Let's take a look at that. This expires in 19 minutes. This is including Tusca. So let's see here. This would include just Wego. So let's see. This county right here is including Clinton, Uniontown. Looks like this would be it. All right, and it's still a confirmed tornado. It's located over Mountainville or 12 miles south of Tuscaloosa, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. This is still a public confirmed damaging tornado along with ping pong ball sized hail right now. So still, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Again, move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. We're going to forecast this one. We're also going to go back as well to our one in Birmingham in just a little bit here because it does look like that we have, again, that public confirmed or emergency management confirmed or radar confirmed tornado on the ground. Let's take a look at our other warnings here and see what is going on. See if we have another one. This is still a tornado-producing storm here. Let's see. We're going to keep our attention focused on this one for now, I'm pretty sure. But we do want to see if there's any PDS tornado warnings because it looks like there could be a big threat of tornadoes today, a lot of which could likely be significant. And look at that. There are about 3 or 4 warnings here. It looks like that is a tornado that is on the ground confirmed by train spotters or the public here in many areas. We're going to look at all these here. This one over Tuscaloosa right now. We're going to get one more visual on unless something else happens. Okay, and in the next frame here, it actually does look like our rotation has weakened a little bit here. So we originally had something pretty good on the ground. It looks like there could still be something there for sure, but we will continue to monitor it. Let's take a look at reflectivity mode. It does match up again pretty well with that ball in the mesocyclone where there might be a tornado on the ground here. Let's take a look at our correlation coefficient, which it looks looks like there's definitely something on the ground. So right here is where we'd be concerned because, again, when we see that, especially those blues, in a fairly correlated environment surrounding it here, this likely means that we have something happening right now that's much different than the rest of the environment. In this case, with the rotation, it would likely mean that we have a tornado lofting debris into the air, high enough into the air for the radar site to see it. So that means that we have a pretty good tornado on the ground if we have something here. It matches up pretty well with reflectivity. The big thing is, does it match up with velocity, though? And let's see. And it matches up fairly well. So let's take a look again, just see how strong those winds are. I only have a little bit longer probably that I can live stream. I could probably go until about probably around 4:02 or so, maybe 4. These are still winds that are getting close to clocked around 90 miles an hour. So still, we have a tornado on the ground right now, and it's heading towards Tuscaloosa. We'll most definitely hit the Tuscaloosa metro region here. So we have a serious situation going on. This is not a PDS warning at this time, but still take it seriously. Anybody that's under, whether it's a PDS or just a normal tornado watch, take it seriously. Take this time to prepare because we do have some we do have a pretty serious threat of tornadoes today. All right, this is a serious situation. Hold on. We have a PDS tornado warning that has been issued here. This is for South Central Tuscaloosa County. So we are going to focus our attention back right now to that warning in Tuscaloosa County. As you can see, we have a PDS tornado warning that has been issued. Let's go to it now. Tornado warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time for South Central Tuscaloosa County. At 2:41 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Shelton State Community College, or 9 miles south of Tuscaloosa, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, damaging tornado. This is a public confirmed tornado. Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. Locations impacted include Tuscaloosa. Okay, downtown Tuscaloosa is in this PDS warning. Mountville, Coling, University Mall, McFarland Mall, Shelton State Community College, Tuscaloosa Amphitheater, Brighton Denny Stadium, Englewood, Little Sandy, Maxwell, University of Alabama Quad, Taylorville, Hall, Mount State Park, Duncanville, and Stillman College. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This is a considerable tornado that we have on the ground right now. It looked fishy when we were looking at a correlation coefficient for sure, and as such, we do have a strong tornado on the ground right now. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation, they have noted. This is a PDS tornado warning, including downtown Tuscaloosa. Very dangerous situation. Now, let's see just how strong those winds are. Again, the frame is going to likely change in just a second here. It looks like it has. It looks like it's actually now focused more on that region in moving towards the radar. As you can see, we do have some winds that are around 65 miles per hour. So, looking at it, it doesn't look extreme, but again, this is a particularly dangerous situation that they have noted. So they have seen something that the radar isn't picking up here. We'll look at some radar sites around it here. Regardless, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Do not wait to see or hear this tornado. Take cover immediately. This is a dangerous situation. Tornadoes can sneak up on anybody out of nowhere here, no matter what is going on. So, no matter what, if you are in this tornado warned region, take shelter immediately. There is a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. You are under a life-threatening situation. Let's circle this area of rotation right here, and let's see how this matches up with correlation coefficient. And, okay, it's just sense changed here. The winds are looking a little bit stronger than they just were. Let's see how this matches up. And yeah, very, very well-defined ball in a fairly correlated environment in that blue shade right there. So, let's see. Let's get this to our velocity mode now, and you can see it matches up great with that area of rotation right there. So that leads me to believe that that is where our tornado is on the ground, and it matches up pretty well with our reflectivity radar. So it looks like at this time right now, if you are in these areas right now, yes, there is a tornado on the ground heading towards you right now. Tornadoes can change direction very easily, but likely all these areas right now are for sure on the path of this tornado hitting. Take shelter now. This includes Tuscaloosa. This is a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. Very, very well-defined area of that correlation coefficient there. So pretty dangerous situation. It's in effect for 11 more minutes. This is including Tuscaloosa County. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Now, again, like I said, it doesn't really look like the rotation's too strong, but it is. It's there for sure. It's definitely strong enough to prompt a tornado warning. But the public has confirmed a strong tornado on the ground at this point. So we have a pretty serious situation playing out. We're going to see if we can find some better radars around this here. And see, just so that we can get a better visual on it. And it actually looks like we've got a pretty good visual on it. I think this one's going to give us a terrible visual. Yeah, and it looks like it is. So, at this point, right now, we're just going to kind of stick with this radar for those kind of storms. But yeah, we do have a strong tornado on the ground right now, so please take shelter. Just a cluster of tornado warnings right here. currently throughout Mississippi and Alabama. We have some additional tornado warnings, one throughout northern Louisiana, continuing into southern Arkansas as well. Widespread severe storm warnings as well. So let's see if we have any other PDS tornado warnings or just confirmed tornadoes on the ground as well. Let's see, this remains in effect. This is a confirmed tornado. I believe that we already took a look at this one here. Actually, I know we took a look at this somewhere. But let's see what else is going on. This is, again, a tornado for radar-indicated rotation. Let's see. We're going to keep kind of looking at this because it does look like that we're going to see multiple PDS-warned storms today here. So the tornado is on the ground. I think this is the one that we already took a look at as well, but we're going to go back to it here because I think this was the one that we were originally seeing near Birmingham. So let's take a look at that really quick. This is for portions of Alabama here. This is in East Central. This is all in East Central Alabama. So let's take a look at that. And we'll get back to it when we can. So this would not be the one that we were seeing in downtown Birmingham here. It doesn't look like. This would actually be the one. Let's see. It's including Birmingham. So this tornado warning expires in 24 minutes, such as, of course, all the other ones. So let's see here. Let's see. We got to look for one including Mount Olive, maybe Grayside, West Jefferson. Let's see here. This include Magnolia, Mount Olive, Stewartville, Parkdale. Looks like that would be a different warning. So we have, again, a lot of radar confirmation that we have tornadoes around here. This one here that expires in 24 minutes, this would be just north of Birmingham. Again, this is like over just east of West Jefferson, north of Brookside right now. Let's keep looking at it and seeing if we can get a better visual on that storm right now. Let's see. This is a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado. So now I do want to take a look at this one. This is including Linden, Thomaston. All right, so it looks like at this point we know where this one is. So this is Linden, Thomaston, Sweetwater. So let's get to that one really quick. We have a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado on the ground. So let's try to find that one. Let's see. Wow, very strong winds everywhere. This is emergency management confirmed tornado. Wow, tornado warnings everywhere. This one is for Linden. Okay, so this would be our warning right here. So this one, including Linden, is where we have a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado on the ground. At this point in time, it looks like, if this is the one including Linden here, it looks like our tornado, if there's anything on the ground, would likely be right here. Let's see. Circle that area of rotation really quick. This would be near Fawnsdale. But is this including Fawnsdale is what we want to see here. Because again, this is a train spotter confirmed tornado. Let's see. So it actually looks like we're looking at a different tornado right now. This is including Thomaston. So it actually looks like our confirmed tornado would be this one right here. So let's get to the closest radar site and get a better visual on that storm. So that we can get through its coils and see what it looks like. I again, don't think that we're going to find any radar site closer than this one. So we're just going to kind of keep it on this one here. But again, we do have, it looks like this would be our guy right here, where we have a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado on the ground. So we're going to break down the details of that one in just a second. First off, let's circle this area of rotation, and we're going to match it up with correlation coefficient here and see if this would be the area of where our tornado is on the ground, although at this time it's looking pretty likely that that's where it is. We have some areas of an uncorrelated environment. Overall, the couplets are not extremely close together. However, we could still be seeing some stuff happening right now. Again, this is a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado, so they've definitely seen something. Whenever you see any tornado warning that has been issued by especially train spotters, you know that there's something happening. These guys are trained to do stuff like this, and they know what they're doing. So there is definitely something on the ground. Looks like it would likely be throughout this hook echo right here. This is including Thomaston. Now let's see what other tornado warnings we have in effect. Again, right now, throughout the entire U.S., we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tornado warnings in effect. Let's see. want to see if there's any more PDS warnings that are currently in effect here. Do we have a new one? Oh, man. Okay, this is still including Linden. This is the one that we just saw here. Okay, so, let's keep taking a look here. This is, again, this is an emergency management confirmed tornado. This is for north central Jefferson County. So we did get a look at this one. We'll go back to that one in just a second here. This is, again, a tornado producing storm. So we took a look at that one. This one's for radar indicated rotation. And then, let's see, this is radar indicated, and this is weather spotters confirmed, but it expires in 5 minutes. So this one in Tuscaloosa, again, is a particularly dangerous situation. Let's go back to that one really quick and see what it looks like, because I am very concerned just by the fact that we do have that PDS warning in effect here. Let's take a look at our velocity mode again, and at this point, we do have some pretty good rotation going on. It doesn't really look like anything PDS material. Looks like most areas in Tuscaloosa, this warning has kind of confined and moved out. So for most of Tuscaloosa, you were not under this warning. However, some of you still are. This is still a PDS warning, so we're still going to keep it serious here. We're going to circle this area of rotation, and we're going to check out correlation coefficient really quick. This is super res. And you have some areas here that could be a fairly uncorrelated environment, which you just take a look at our normal correlation coefficient. It looks possible. Again, this is a PDS warning that we have. But I really want to take a better look at this one here near Birmingham, because even though that one is still a PDS warning, maybe one thing I do kind of want to see is this area of an uncorrelated environment up here. That would lead me to believe that if there was really good rotation right there, that there'd be something happening. So let's take a look at velocity mode again here. And if anything, it looks like it's on the outside of the rotation. So again, if anything happens here, it would be somewhere throughout this region. Looks like we have a new tornado warning that has been issued, extending a little bit more through Tuscaloosa. And we're going to take a look at that. This is including Brookwood. This is a very wide tornado warning. Let's take a look at that one really quickly here, because this does look like a new tornado warning that we have in effect here. So, let's see. This would be including Jefferson. This one is in effect for 48 minutes. This one's in effect for quite a long time. Let's see. This would include Tuscaloosa. Okay, so this is, they've no longer had this as a PDS warning for this new warning here. However, until this moves out of eastern Tuscaloosa, still this box is under a PDS tornado warning. However, there's still a damaging confirmed tornado that has been spotted for this box that we're just going to take a look at in just a second here. But still, for this box, you are still under a PDS or particularly dangerous situation tornado warning. This entire box right here, which still includes portions of Tuscaloosa, and then moving northeast, this box is going to be for, again, a public confirmed tornado on the ground. Not a PDS warning at this time here, but we will keep an eye on it. I can't live stream much longer. I would if I could, but we're going to see what this is looking like here. So this is for 48 more minutes, 47. So this is still a confirmed tornado. Was located over McFarland Mall, or 7 miles southeast of Tuscaloosa, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. This is still a damaging tornado and ping pong ball sized tail. This is the damaging tornado has been confirmed by the public. This includes Tuscaloosa, Holt, Lakeview, Brookwood, Coling, Vance, Abermont, McFarland Mall, Lake Wildwood, University Mall, Deer Lick Creek, campgrounds, Mercedes-Benz of Alabama, Slant and Stake Community College, North Bibb, Cottondale, East Brookwood, Peterson, Lake Harris, Caffey, Junction, and Fleetwood here. The fact that it's including the Mercedes-Benz of Alabama here, hopefully all those cars at the dealership don't get hail on them. But again, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows, and if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, this is a tornado warning that we have in effect here for a damaging tornado on the ground. So before we wrap up the video, it looks like we actually have a new warning that got issued here. So let's see if that is the case. This is still public confirmed. This is for Kusa. It would have to be one of these, I feel like, if they issued a PDS warning, because there's no way they would issue a PDS warning and then have it going on the radios 1 day or 1 minute out here. So we have some pretty good storms around right now. That is probably just about as far as I can take it out for this video. If we want to take a look at the outlooks at the end here. So I am going to close out the radar portion of this here. But I will quickly take a look at the outlooks. And again, this is just the very start of it. Again, I would make a video on this again if I could. I'm not able to do that. But let's keep looking here. We'll reload the page, though we probably don't need to. And we'll take a look if we have any watches that get issued in the period that we were there. So a tornado watch is... So this is a mesoscale discussion here. A tornado threat is expected to increase late this afternoon into the evening. So, let's see, this is concerning tornado watch number 32. So the tornado threat is expected to increase late this afternoon and evening. Let's see. It's going to be a relative lull for convection, coverage, intensity, with more intense convection to the east with stronger low-level jet and west near the temperatures to warm into the low 80s with dew points in the upper 60s, yielding MLK to 1,500 to 2,000 per SPP meso analysis here. So hold on 1 second. So basically what they're trying to say is the tornado threat is expected to increase late this afternoon and evening. There might be somewhat of a lull. Let's see, this would be on the... So most of Mississippi is in a relative lull for convection, coverage / intensity, with more intense convection to the east with a stronger low-level jet. So this is still going to be a serious situation. We still have a very strong, high tornado risk in effect here. So again, we'll see if there's any new watches or anything of that nature. This is a new tornado watch. Let's see, this was issued 37 minutes ago. So this is corridor for more favorable for the development of strong tornadoes. So this goes to prove it because... again, we had storms that were moving close to this area in southwestern Mississippi here, or southwestern Alabama, but they're just entering this corridor of a stronger likelihood of tornadoes here. So, strong tornadoes are going to be likely throughout the evening, throughout the evening, and then back into the overnight hours here. So, a pretty dangerous situation we have playing out. Let's take a look at our convective outlooks. Still have that high risk of severe weather. It's still a 45% chance of a significant tornado, EF2 to EF5, within 25 miles of any one point throughout portions of eastern Mississippi and western Alabama. So that is going to wrap it up for this stream. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments here. Let me read the chats really quick. Crazy stuff. Is this in Oklahoma? Well, we had some risks, so some of this could be in Oklahoma here. We did have a tornado warning that was just in effect throughout Oklahoma, but as you can see, and this chat might have been a little while ago, but I've been trying to have it live on my phone. We still have that slight risk continuing throughout eastern Oklahoma here, but overall, really our threat is going to be throughout the Dixie Alley here. So yeah, Oklahoma could be getting in on some action here. We did have those tornado warnings in effect, but really our main focus is going to be on the Dixie Alley in the Gulf states here. But good question. Again, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. So we'll see you guys back here in the next stream or the next video. Bye, guys. Hope you all have a great day and stay safe out there.